The solution to pollution is not dilution. I recently heard this put out in response to some of the challenges that some corporations in the food and bakery industry may be facing. For example, a byproduct of a bakery's production is technically, a bunch of everyday things combined. It's flour, it's egg, other additives such as yeast, fruit, and some of this obviously mixed in with or without oil. And this stuff falls on the floor or is so saturated with oil that it becomes sludge, which we do our best to recycle back into the food chain and provide food for pigs and other things. But this phrase was used to illustrate to us that in order to truly address the inedible pollution that comes out of a bakery's process or production, the solution to pollution is not dilution. In other words, it doesn't make sense to simply put more water into our pollution in order to try to get rid of it. Why? Well, because while that may solve the problem within the bakery, it only shifts this pollution to our on-site wastewater treatment, which puts additional strain on this, and eventually costs begin to increase, and it becomes very costly to treat this. So the good news is it is being treated and managed, but the bad part is that it's becoming costly and potentially inefficient process of doing things. For us in the home, it's kind of like us scraping the food stuffs off our plate and then putting it in the sink and diluting it and just to force it down the drain. Eventually, this all does go into our sewer systems, which then must be treated by our respective local wastewater treatment plants. Too much food stuff and you get clogs along the way, and if it's inside your home, you have to call a plumber to fix it. You see, I see this in similar terms as it relates to our consumer leverage. Consumption leverage increases production. However, I am concerned we are doing it without any regard to what is going down the drain or the pollution that's being created. There is a byproduct of that is being produced, and so the solution to the pollution is not dilution. Individuals who may have challenges with consumer debt, can or may need to possibly look at what they are allowing to go down the drain, for one. But waste, be it food from our plate or waste of financial resources such as poorly underwritten leverage, can be watered down or shifted to another part of our society by providing additional leverage. But continuing to consolidate and add more and more leverage is going to clean up things inside the bakery, but it still needs to be treated. Shifting our leverage to focus on helping the consumer retail investor can solve some of this, but it's not going to solve all of the problem. A change in ideology and direction is going to probably be needed. I'm hopeful that as a byproduct of our consumerism and consumer debt, as it becomes more expensive and more inefficient, that changes will occur. My name is Will Prinzen, and I'm the founder of a not-for-profit social enterprise in the financial industry. I hope you enjoyed this blog podcast, and please feel free to share your thoughts on it, as well as share it with your friends and colleagues. I'm here to start a discussion around a lot of different things, and I'm here to help. All the best, Will Prinzen, founder, Sciuridae.